welcome back to another episode of Deep Thoughts Whiskey Shots. As always, it's me, your host, American podcasting legend, the albino rhino, the Manila gorilla, maintenance Thor, or Jesus, however you pray. I can answer any day. It's me, James. How you doing? Welcome back once again, and joined as always by my co-host.
It's me, Blade, the Degenerate Extraordinaire. Welcome back to another show. Sorry about that. Caught me in a weird little situation there.
And, of course, always sitting pretty with the kitty and all the way over there in jail podcast and producer, whatever you're in today.
Jail podcast.
Yeah, jail podcast, island, land, planet, whatever. It's the producer. It's Spencer. What's up? That's right. We're stepping up our game. Once again, we're introducing some new bullshit. So let's see if you catch on to the new sounds and waves of everything.
Hey, Kill, you ruined my life. What can I do for you?
What the fuck?
I know what that's from.
That's King of the Hill. That's a good one.
It's
yeah,
his
yeah.
neighbor.
Khan. Yeah,
Khan.
yeah. We spent a lot of time watching that, actually. It's going to be funny, the stories that these sound clips are going to bring up, especially for me and Spencer. At times, it's going to be kind of crazy. Man, how's everybody doing? Everybody had a good week? Everybody going on with things? How's things going?
Everything's great. I'll do a plug at the end of the fucking show. But,
whoa.
Yeah. Well, I've got
news.
some exciting news, yeah.
Do you want to say it now, or do you wait until the end?
You know what? Fucking yeah, I'll do it now. I started my own company.
That's. I was going to say what's happened in the life of the Degenerate Extraordinaire, but there you go, yeah.
Well, yeah, the Degenerate has started his own gunsmithing company.
So, let's interview you as a business owner. How you doing, Mr. Esparza? How are you doing today? Welcome to the show.
Doing great.
You're not
Gooning like usual.
You're not the Degenerate Extraordinaire right now. You're Mr. Esparza business owner.
That's
All
true,
right,
but
all right.
I'll let you know, gooning is not only a lifestyle, it's a profession as well.
And a choice.
Yes.
So, what business venture have you decided to walk into, sir? What is your business?
The profession of gunsmithing. So I'm going to fix people's firearms, work on them, customize them, and make them look all pretty.
Okay. And we'll attach some of your work at the end of this, too. I think that'd be a good little showcase for you, if you don't mind, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
And then, what ended up bringing this change about where now you, we've often talked about how you do your gunsmithing and you worked for companies and whatnot. So what brought this on? Now you're working for yourself, or decided just time for a friendly little change, or what's going on, man? What happened?
Yeah, I just didn't see eye to eye with the company that I was working with, and it's been about 5-6 years since I've started on my venture of being a gunsmith, and I think now it's about time. I've got the knowledge, the skills, and the know-how to actually get out there and make my own business, and here I am.
Hey, if gunsmiths are people that work on guns, what are blacksmiths?
Doctors.
They're ones that metallurgy.
Whoa, easy now, buddy.
The fact of the matter is, I'm pretty drunk right now.
That's very
later.
true.
That's
what
for
the fuck
later
is that
on.
from? That's so true.
Yeah, what is that? What was
so
that?
familiar.
Jones big ass truck rental and car storage.
Oh man, that's right up there with fried chicken and foot salon.
Yeah.
Foot massage.
Was it a
foot salon?
salon.
I can pull up the video later.
Please do that later.
Nice. So what are some of your, as a business owner and some of the work you do, what are some of the things that you are qualified to do, that you do in your business, like in your business venture? What's some of your work that you're, I guess, capable of or provide? Services. There you go. Services you provide.
Pretty much anything that is that I'm allowed to do within the law, of course. You know, because I'm in the process of getting my FFL, so I'm going to be getting a Type 1, which allows me to be bringing in people's firearms, working on them. I could probably, bring in some firearms, sell them, and all that good stuff, but that's not my intent right now. I'm just looking at fixing firearms, making them customized, all that good stuff. And eventually, down the line, I'll be getting the Type 7, where I'll be manufacturing my own stuff. So look out for that. You have some degenerate rifles out there or something like that.
I wouldn't call them degenerate rifles.
I would totally call them that.
Jesus Christ, that sounds...
You know what? I might put monkeys on them. You're right.
Yes.
Do you really want to have a gun called Degenerate and then have monkeys? That might be a problem later
That's
on
right.
down the road.
They're all going to be dressed in like suits, like
It's just real gangster monkeys.
What is that? What is that movie called? Mr. Pink and Reservoir Dogs style.
You know what yours would be? Yours would be more like the little monkey from.
And they're all armed with bananas.
No. The monkey from Super Troopers. You'd be more that guy, the one that's
Oh,
holding the banana and stuff, but he's just like a big fucking pistol.
I love it.
That
That's
beard.
pretty much it. But they're dressed like Reservoir Dogs in the
There you
black
go.
and white suit.
Or just carrying around big bananas. Okay,
Yeah.
well then, hey, where could the people, just so they can get the first little up in the beginning, where can they find you just real quick? What's that, Instagram, Facebook, whatever?
Well, I don't have a Facebook set up yet, but I've got the Instagram set up. It's Esparza's Custom Gunsmithing. Underscores
Right.
between those words. And, I really do everything. The only limitation that I got right now is I don't have a lathe at the moment, so I can't really do threadings, but I can do optic cuts. I can do Cerakote certified, first of all. Got to let you know that. Certified gunsmith as well, graduated from school, so, I know what I'm doing for the most part. Better than your cousin down the lane and all that good stuff.
So basically, he can do everything, but he's having trouble getting lathe. All right, anyways, let's continue on with the show.
Yeah,
Yeah, there it is.
that's true. I am having trouble getting lathe.
He's having trouble getting some lathe going on, Oh, shit, anyways. So before we keep going on too far, we got to do...
and one last spot you can get in touch with me. Sorry,
Son
I
of
have
a
to do it.
bitch.
Yeah, I have to post it. Take advantage
Put that
of
camera
your
back on the
soapbox,
host.
right? No,
You
don't
put
do
that
it.
camera.
Don't do it.
Do it. That's not
There
the
it
host.
is.
You put that's the co-host. You son
oh
of a bitch.
my goodness, I feel so honored and humbled. There it is. Okay, anyway.
right.
You can
Sorry.
also get in touch with me at esparzascustomgunsmithing@gmail.com in case you
you
don't
go.
fucking Instagram and all that good stuff.
There you go. Important stuff. Important
Kisses.
information. Kisses.
Mommies.
Kisses all the mommies. Anyways,
Everything's coming together, boys.
there it is, boys. And as always, sponsored by...
Haynes.
No. All right, but hey, before we get to wait till we get... damn, that fucking commercial from the 90s came back on me. Anyways, go ahead. Before we keep going too far, as is tradition, what are we drinking today? What's going on? We kind of both have two different drinks going, so you explain yours and I'll explain mine if you want, or I can do mine, yours, something.
Okay, we can. I'll go first then. Mine is a classic of mine. It's one of my favorite crowns. Crown
Nice.
Royal Black, and I'm gonna get all up in your fucking space here in a second. Just give me 1 sec.
Okay. And I'm actually drinking a little concoction, which is Sprite Zero and Crown Apple. Very tasty, very nice. I don't want to explain to you, but it's like really Jolly Rancherish. I like it a lot, honestly.
And I got orange cream Coke Zero. This shit's pretty good, actually.
Ah! I mean, and real quick, if you can cut it to me for a second, Spencer. Up close, really, please, up close. Crown. Come on.
Come on.
Come on. At this point, come on. Come on. What the hell? Do that again? What was that?
I don't like how quiet it was. It sounded
Yeah, I
it
need
sounded
that
like he
louder.
was whispering in a closet. I hope I don't jack off.
He's like drunk off Crown.
Sorry,
See?
I'm trying to remember what the order of these are. Like,
You know what?
if it's the wrong one, it's the right one.
I got a sound clip for you. Let me forget after the show. Anyways.
You get all the degenerate thigh right there.
Do that one again. What was that?
All kinds of hoes. I agree, bro.
As all young men want to understand.
Man, I've been there.
Everybody been there.
I don't even know what movie that's from.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be known.
2016 was a wild year.
Yes, it was.
2012 was a wild year. Anywho. Damn, bro. This all totally threw off the whole fucking... Well, anyways, before we get too much into joking around everything, we do have to have one serious moment. Well, R.I.P. heavyweight champion of the world, George Foreman. As of right now, I haven't seen how he passed, but, honestly, old age, a lot of damage. Who knows how it ended up happening, but...
Can I give him one last ring, one last bell?
yeah, go ahead and give him a bell if you got one. 10 bell salute.
All right.
mommies.
All right, well, got a little disrespectful there at the end, but anyways,
There's no disrespect in the mommies.
yeah. So R.I.P. George Foreman, heavyweight champion. I think he was 2 or 3 time heavyweight champion. He was also at one point in time the oldest heavyweight champion, if not still currently the record for oldest heavyweight. Came back at like 54, 55, won the belt. That's fucking crazy.
He also had a banging ass grill.
Yeah, no, and one of the few fucking endorsement deals that actually stood the test of time in a lot of ways, where that shit's like the George Foreman grill, like legit, might have even surpassed his fame as a boxer. Might have, you know what I'm saying? Like as
got
wild
2
as
of
that
them.
sounds,
That's how I know him.
I've got 2 of them,
that's
and
crazy.
I made chicken breasts on them.
See, that's insane that he just said that's how he knows him. And George Foreman's one of the guys that knocked out Ali. Like he was that fucking good as
I'm
a
not
boxer.
a sports guy though, so
I think they used to call him the Buffalo Rifle or some shit like that. Like that's how hard he used to hit back in his heyday. Like that motherfucker could just boom, motherfucker, and then like. He's the one that the rope-a-dope had to be invented to stop because he was just so goddamn powerful that
What
he
is
had
that?
to. The rope-a-dope defense is basically whenever Ali used to cover up his vital points and lean back on the rope. So like, whenever you're fighting and like when you're swinging and punching, like it takes a lot of energy to swing, especially if you're swinging for power every time you swing. And he basically figured out that like, look, I'll just have to wear out George. So like by the 5th, 6th round, he don't want to be here no more. And then if you actually look at the clip whenever he fought him, I think it was the Rumble in the Jungle or the Thrill of Manila or whichever one it was. And then he like the punches that he used to knock out George in like the 7th round, it wasn't even that crazy, but he had to come up with that defense just because George hit so fucking hard. He knocked him out in like the 2nd round the first time they fought or some crazy shit. Like, yeah, the dude was known for just like he was Mike Tyson power for back then. Like he was the guy that you didn't want to fuck with. He was the one that was going to put you out on your ass. Like his right hand was like a gift from God. Like it was just boom. I mean the Buffalo Rifle. Think about a Buffalo Rifle in terms of stopping power, and that was his right hand. So R.I.P. R.I.P. I don't know why I got all said.
R.I.P.
But rest in power, Mr. Foreman. That 10 bell salute was for you, and. Yeah,
I'll keep grilling with your grills because they work real well. Just like your right hand.
Doesn't his daughters fight?
They used to. I don't know if they still currently do. I know he named a bunch of his kids after himself. So like he's got a bunch of George Foremans out there.
Georginas.
Yeah, there's a bunch of Georginas and George
There's
Foremans.
a bunch of Georginas too.
They're not Georges. They're
Nope, Georginas.
No, Georginas, yeah.
That's dumb, honestly.
I think I know me and you both watch King of the Hill, but he's got like a Georgina, and then all his sons are George Foreman, the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, or whatever.
I think that's the only reason why I know is because of that one episode.
Yeah, right. As crazy as that is. Yeah, no, the dude was a legit crazy good boxer. I mean, that's the thing. Like I said, best way I could put it is, whatever era, everybody knows Mike Tyson was so feared for his power. That was George Foreman back in like, what was it, 70s, 80s, I believe it was.
Well, that might be why I didn't really realize that. I thought for some reason they were in the same era.
No. Yeah, he's golden age boxing.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
He's an older guy.
But he did come. That's the thing is he was like the oldest heavyweight champion. Like he came back and won the heavyweight championship. I believe all you actual boxing fans don't come at me like this is off the top of my head, but I believe it was like 2004 or something. He was like 55, 54 years old, something like that. So I mean, like he still in his old age came out and whooped a youngster in his prime. Like
Not bad.
he was a bad motherfucker, and like it wasn't like he was super ripped in his old age. He had a grandfather's bod.
No, yeah, he came out there Peepaw style.
And just
Paul style.
like dude, no, legit. Like if you watch that fight, I can't remember who the fuck he beat, but like it literally looked like those guys that have those old badass grandpas that like you're like, man, you're way past your prime. You can't fight. He's like, let me show you what grandpa could do, type shit.
Yeah,
and then he just kind of put the
moves
paws
slow,
on him.
but he hits hard.
Yeah, like
He's
it's
got the
a,
old man strength.
what was that Rocky episode or the Rocky one where he's fighting the young man? It's like, listen, you're old and you're slow as shit. He goes, every time you hit him, you got to make his future generation turn. And that's basically what it was. Like he came out there and just made his fucking ancestors go, damn.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I think that the song game is going to be about as appropriate as possible because the theme on that is inspiration. What's the word I'm looking for?
Perspiration.
Perspiration. Yeah,
Sweat.
sweat.
Yeah, everybody's about
Perseverance.
sweating.
It's like uplifting music that I picked for that.
Perseverance.
So I didn't realize that it's kind of
One of them was Chariots on Fire.
no.
Oh, okay.
I thought of that one. I was like, no, too obvious.
That's a good song, though.
It's a great tune. Yeah.
Fly high.
I'm not.
All right, guys, let's not ruin the game.
We gotta wait.
Yeah,
We gotta wait, motherfucker. We gotta wait.
Yeah, so rest in
D2, the
power.
Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, that's a great movie, too.
All right,
Knuckle Puck.
That's 1, 2, 1, 0, for Blade?
Hey, let's go. Oh.
I'm trying to give Blade subtle hints and he's not catching on. This guy. I hate this guy so much.
You have it.
No, I don't.
It's right here. Sorry.
Yeah,
Will you stop looking over there?
I want to see how long until you caught on that I was doing
noticed.
that. It was actually putting a crick in my neck, so I'm glad you said something.
You're breaking the immersion, man.
What are we looking at? What are we immersion breaking?
Every time he switches it to his camera, I turn and give it a weird smile just to fuck with him.
It's like, oh my god, they're like creatures.
Anyways.
We both snapped back. That was wonderful. Okay, anyway. So,
So flow of the show and all that,
next?
right?
What's
Fuck all
next?
that,
What are we
right?
doing?
All right. Well, R.I.P. George Corman. So I wanted to play
Corman.
George Corman. So, we are, before we get into, so how should we do this? Let's play a little game before we get into a deep thought, because we are Deep Thoughts Whiskey Shots. So let's play a little lighthearted game. So everybody used to know, like, some of the dumb little insults we would throw at each other in, like, the playgrounds and stuff like that, and so I kind of want to, we're all very vulgar and grown adults, either military experience or construction service, I call it construction service because it's like doing our own time. That's just damn near, anyways.
Well, we mostly worked with
Mr.
visitors, too.
Foreman, sir, fucking throws a salute out. I love it.
Can I
Mr.
go-
Foreman, sir.
Please, can I go use the restroom in that 150 degrees Porter John that hasn't been cleaned in a week and a half, and I have to ask you for
Absolutely
permission?
not.
Yeah.
Only way you can go is with jerk off Jimmy.
Hey,
Nah,
James,
jerk off Jimmy.
James, you remember the fucking bathroom that we couldn't just use just because it was always full?
Oh my God. Well, which one? Dude, there were so many jobs, and like, let me tell you something. All right, hold on. Let's have a serious moment. Close in on me for a second. All right?
Oh, no.
This is for all my construction bros out there, okay? And I know how some of y'all suffer, and I was out there with y'all too. And here's the thing. Can y'all please, for the love of Jesus motherfucking Christ, take care of the goddamn Porter Johns? Because, there's times out there where the taco truck, the food just hits wrong in your stomach, and you got to take a Cleveland steamer. You just got to go. So please,
I don't
don't
know if that's
don't
I don't know if that's right.
That's right. I said what I said.
I don't know if that's
It's exactly what I said.
that's not what you
Shut
said.
up, Spencer. This is my PSA to all the construction guys out there.
Sometimes Greg at the the little AC office there, the chili Riano just doesn't sit right, and he blows it up.
Listen, we can all say we've all had food truck food, right? And we all love food truck food. There's a reason.
true.
Food truck food is amazing. I'm not going to take anything away from it. But to sit here and pretend that food truck food does not give you the Hershey squirts at time if you don't make it to the bathroom, it is what it is. So please, for the love of God, and first off, credit to all the job sites out there that have more than, 5 Porter Johns whenever it's a big job site. Appreciate you guys because y'all actually understand. But if we all got to use that thing, don't treat it like a fucking Dairy Queen where you got to like swirl it all the way up past the goddamn bowl so you can't even go in there and take a piss where it's so goddamn nasty. You don't even just like, oh yeah, that would kill a fucking skunk. Like that is the worst shit in the world. I'm sorry, but that just...
that brings the teamwork aspect into it, where you gotta fucking piss it down, bro. You gotta fucking break it down.
Blade,
What?
man. Come on, dude.
What? It turns into an interesting interactive
All right, what are we doing,
pissing
y'all?
game. Yeah, for real, right?
All
Yeah,
right,
you
anyways.
like that? Yeah.
So
Yeah.
getting away from the vulgarness. So anyways, we're going to step back. So like I said, we're all vulgar individuals if you didn't figure that out. Pissed down the shit. Oh my God. Anyway.
What?
I'm going to have nightmares about that fucking statement
Target
alone.
practice.
Makes me think of the American Dad episode where the guy gets a Medal of Honor. Roger gets a Medal of Honor for diving into toilets in Iraq.
Oh man, yeah.
How many
Cleaning them
serv-
out and stuff like that. It
How
wears an
many
EOD
toilets?
suit.
He's like, how many toilets? 36, sir. 36 toilets. He's like also proud of them. Anyways, so we're going to take some back. We're going to take a big step back.
That's a parody from the Hurt Locker, by the way.
There it
anyway,
is.
please continue.
We're going to remember what it was like back before, some of us had kids. Some of us were married. Some of us, had bills to pay and we were a little bit worried. And we're going to play a little game that I like to call affectionately the playground insult game. Insert sound. Oh, we almost had some fucking issues. Insert sound effect and or song now.
Yeah, yo. Okay, what do you want? What do you want? Here, let's try something else.
Make 'em away downtown.
Anyways.
Is that better?
Did you just think your screen froze? Because it didn't. That was just me being a perfect mannequin.
Bitch, where you at?
right here. So we're gonna play a little game, and we're gonna, the producer had an idea to try to keep it alphabetical to make it a little bit more difficult if possible. But we're gonna do. We don't need these for this one, but we will need these soon.
Oh.
But we're gonna do We're gonna do playground insult game. So I'll start it off. I guess we'll start with A, and then you want to go Spencer next or Blade next?
So
Play
hold
rock,
on.
paper, scissors.
I need to clarify. Okay, I need to clarify. So we're not allowed to curse.
No, so you have to try to keep it. It's got to be basically PG. You got to
be rude.
I mean, the idea is like. So here's just an example. Like that. I don't know if y'all remember. This might be speaking my age a little bit, but I think it was one of those old Dentyne commercials or whatever. But it was like, "You lint liquor," or it's like something where it's supposed to come across as like a real nasty, rude thing to say to somebody.
I feel like I'm going to be really bad at this.
No, you won't. I have a feeling you're going to be actually really good at this once you start getting the flow.
Okay.
But it's one of those things like, basically keep it PG, something that you could say on the playground, and then they'd be like, teacher, he called me, and it's like the teacher would be like, well, that's not really a bad thing, but,
Don't do it.
Hey, man, like, I know what you're trying to say about this guy, type shit like that. So you guys want to play rock, paper, scissors to see who goes, like, second or whatever, yeah. The Degenerate Extraordinaire is up to no nonsense and ain't actually doing this thing. Go ahead, play rock, paper, scissors. I'll be the first one to go.
I drew a dick butt.
Okay. Come on, rock, paper, scissors.
All right.
You can't see where you're jerking off on camera, sir.
You got me.
I want to go third. Go.
All right.
So James first.
You've given me a whiteboard, and I don't know what to do with it.
He's having too much fun. Wait. Damn. So wait, hold on real quick. Were we saying thank you. Were we saying we had to do it alphabetically, or we can just come up with shit until just keep going until you can't stop? Let's just keep going.
Yeah, let's just make something.
All right. So, here, I'm going to keep the first one real simple and just kind of a good example of it or whatever, but kind of in this general, rhythm or key.
We got to keep it stoic, too.
Yeah. So, all right, you ready? You guys are a bunch of disgusting donkeys. Blade, it's your turn.
The ding.
Yeah. No, you've already broke immersion.
Oh.
All right, ready to go.
You smell like last week's supper.
You crinkly clod.
You stereotypical stooge.
You scrumpling dust licker.
Nice.
You tiny Tony. I'm not giving myself one.
Tiny Tony? Really? Anyways. You stinky Steve.
You luscious kidney stone.
Jesus.
Yes.
Wait for the ding for confirmation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it good? Is it bad? Don't know.
I'm not good at this.
Are you out of the game then?
Baba Booey.
Okay, so it's me and you now. And now basically we're going to go until someone breaks. Fair?
Okay.
All right, ready? May the best terror twin win. All right. You weaselly weevil.
You funky jelly bean.
You gigantic monkey.
You crafty oxymoron. I don't know why I said oxymoron like that.
You walking paradox.
You turkey hawk.
Nothing you can do to unfuck the Thanksgiving turkey.
That was fucking awesome. Let's fucking go.
I'll give you all the laugh on that one.
That was so perfectly timed. That was crazy. All right.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
All right. 3, 2.
Was that the word? Was turkey,
3,
turkey the word?
2, 1.
And today's keyword was turkey.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, yeah, I had to get that out the way. All right. You thrown out cigarette butt.
You weak waffle stomper.
You silly steppin' succotash.
A sorry substitute for a weasel.
Ain't that right, boo?
You beautiful Betty Boop.
You Ouroboros of fun. That's what it feels like right now.
You greedy goblin munch liquor.
You think 21 Pilots is a good band.
I'm on 12 Vicodins smoking on Scooby-Doo dick.
Let's fucking go.
And with that, nobody wins.
Oh my god, yeah. I think they just gotta keep going for some
Yeah,
nonsense.
we're quite stoic.
At this point, it just
We
got...
can't say funny things to break us.
No, I
We-
mean...
We've
They
hung
must
out
have
too long.
amnesia. They forgot that I'm him.
God, I love
Yeah,
Dracula
okay.
Flow.
Dracula Flow was that guy. Oh, man. Dracula Flow or the I hope I don't jack off guy. Jack off.
I love this this ability we've gained.
You mean
What ability?
The ability that I've gained.
The ability to be more
That's
producer. This is why he's in jail all the goddamn time.
That's true.
And y'all are here with me.
That's true. Hey. Oh, wait. Hey. Oh.
No, we're back on our own
Nope.
planet.
No.
No.
And I still haven't used all the sounds, so
I know, that's kind of awesome. I like that
Greatness.
the turkey hawk came up and you used the turkey.
perfect.
That was awesome.
Well, let me ask you this question. Before we get into the real deep topic, would y'all be interested in playing one more game, or y'all want to get into a deep conversation?
I'm always down to play games,
I'm
man.
always down to fuck around.
All right, so here's the thing. So between the
Monkey
two...
around.
It is time to fuck around and find out, my friends.
So between the two of you guys are arguably, my brother and my best friends.
I'm arguably your brother.
You guys are arguably my best friends and like my brothers. You know what I mean? You are my brother. That's no argument there. But, Blade is damn near a brother at this point, and both of y'all like my best friends. I mean, one was basically best man 1, best man 2A or whatever, 1A. Okay. So what I'm interested in is I want to know which one of the two of them, because they've both known me at different stages and ages in my life. I want to know which one of them could answer the most questions out of a 7-question quiz this time. We're only going to keep it to 7. That way there's not a tiebreaker situation.
Okay.
But it's going to be real simple. It's going to be, some of them are going to be subjective. I want to see who can appeal to me the most. Some of them are going to be just general, what do you think questions. But I'm curious to know who knows more about me, my quote unquote best friend and brother-in-law. Hey, watch it. Hey, it's the rape goblin. Sorry, the grape goblin, I meant. The grape goblin. And with a G, grape goblin.
All right, we're good.
Anyways, all right, good.
Gonna grape you in the mouth. Yeah, that's right. Gonna grape you in the mouth. What's wrong with that?
I'll give you a bunch of grape juice all over your back if you don't watch yourself.
I think
Yep.
I might not watch myself.
I think I'll allow this. Anyway, so I'm gonna ask y'all some questions. See which one of y'all kind of know me a little bit better and everything, and some they're gonna gradually get a little bit more difficult, a little
It
bit
hangs to
harder.
the left.
Okay, that was question 7. How the fuck? Anyways, all right, well, that's a good thing I have a backup question 7. But
I think we went through the Whiskey Matrix in Vegas together, so I think it's kind of residual now.
The left one's lower.
you know what? Actually, so we're gonna do this like a game show. Ready? Play some kind of sound that remotely resembles a game show. All right. Anyways, so welcome to Who Knows the Manila Gorilla the Best. Yeah, there you go. Now you're talking. Yeah. To the first contestant, we came out of the same womb. We were gonna go to the tomb as brothers in blood, as always as it could possibly be. That's right. He was there. I saw him in diapers, and he used to piss his pants. It's the first contestant, my biological brother, the producer, Spencer. Alrighty, and his opponent today, to see if he might to compete for my affection and my love, he is arguably one of my best friends of all time. He known me in a bunch of different ages and stages in life, and as we grow old, we'll probably get a little gayer. That's right, it's the co-host, the Degenerate Extraordinaire, Blade. But you know he's going to, so why even hope? So, first question. Let's keep this really, really, really fucking simple. What's my favorite colors?
Colors or color?
What's my favorite color? Sorry.
Okay.
Let me
We
write
got it.
All right. So, should I show the correct answer first, or y'all show
No,
y'all's
we
answer?
should show ours and then Blade.
All right. So
Sorry,
y'all
Big James.
rock paper scissors this, and then go ahead and whoever then we'll start alternating from here. Okay. So between y'all two.
Nice.
All right, what do you want?
I'll go first.
All right, reveal yours first.
I shall go first.
Go ahead.
I went Mavericks blue.
Okay.
I went specific with the
Yes,
blue.
Nice. Okay. All right. And Spencer? All right. And the correct answer was blue. That's a point for both people. See?
I was like, oh man, do I get fucked in this situation?
No. I mean,
He's a simple man. He can
yeah,
do
we'll
it.
just keep blue. But yeah, no, you probably will.
It's one of my favorite songs.
There you go. Yeah, I'm a simple kind of man. All right. So, next question. If I was on, and this one's a little bit of basically who could, so this one is more of a, I'm going to ask the question. You'll more understand what I'm saying after I ask it. But if I was on death row, what would I request as my final meal? Let's just see which one of y'all two would be a little bit closer to what I feel inside.
Okay.
Let's see. All right. So this is how we're going to do this. If you guess exactly what I write down, you get 2 points. But if both of y'all are slightly off, I'll choose which one sounds like a better meal for a point. Does that sound fair?
Sure.
Okay.
All right, I'm ready.
I'm writing down the exact answer now.
What?
My answer.
Oh.
That's all. I love how powerful you've become, Spencer.
I'm always strong.
Yeah, you've become so powerful.
All
I
right.
love
So
it.
who revealed their answer first last time?
Bladed.
Okay. So Spencer, you first.
Okay, here we go. Chicken fried chicken with mac and cheese.
Okay. All
that's a real meal.
right. So, okay. All right. Go ahead, Blade.
I wrote down pussy and raviolis.
They must have amnesia. They forgot that I'm him.
Damn right, son.
Damn it. Well, apparently Blade didn't forget. But so either
But
one.
he's wrong.
So the actual answer was steak, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, green beans, and rolls. Good old-fashioned Southern meal. So if I had to say anybody was actually close to that,
It would be Spencer.
it would be Spencer. But Blade was half right. I just really don't care for ravioli. That's where he fucked up. He could have had a point, but I just don't like ravioli.
Fuck.
Certain ravioli's okay, but no, ravioli in general. Sorry.
So
Blade.
he has 2 and I have 1.5.
Yeah, I'll give you 1.5 because
Let's go.
You're right. If I was on death,
Do I get 2 points or what?
Oh fuck!
Oh, I see.
I'll put
yeah,
myself.
I'm just because it was just for the funnies. He gets half a point.
That's fair.
Literally
It's-
just
it's
for
an
the
answer that
funnies.
appeals to you.
It's what I would want.
Alrighty.
Good to know.
I don't need sustenance. I'm about to die. Come on.
Fair.
There it is.
Yeah.
Shit.
And that is eating. It's good eating too.
Good eating, boy.
At one point in time in my life, I had a major accident that changed a lot of things. At what age, and this is who's come up to the closest, what age or grade in school did I fall down a giant hill while riding a scooter? I've told this story before.
Oh boy.
Dislocated my arm, kept me out of practice for a week. I came back like a fucking champ. I think I actually talked about this on a previous episode.
Okay.
These cigars do not stay lit for
They
shit.
really don't, do they?
No. Well, this one I think
You gotta keep puffing on them, son.
Well, I think this one's getting a little old because this is that like actual Cuban one.
Oh yeah, they were a little dry, but I had no problem with mine.
Well, this is the one Spencer had a while back. Whatever. Okay, so Blade, you first.
Already, I went
Price is Right rules. Closest without going over.
9th grade.
Oh, okay.
Because that
Spencer?
I don't remember this story. You haven't told me this yet.
Spencer. What is it? 5th grade. Okay, and the
10
answer
or
was
11 or 5th grade. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
4th grade. 4th grade.
Were
so
you 10 in 4th grade?
I think so because
There we
I'm
go.
technically a year after. So yeah, so Spencer got that.
Oh,
Blade,
okay,
you're
that's what I
confusing
meant.
my first concussion story. That was 9th grade. The concussion story was 9th grade. The falling down the scooter and dislocating my arm and then popping it back into place myself.
So it seems like the brother is knowing the brother a little bit more right now.
There you go.
I mean, of
All
course not. Yeah, of course.
So I have played video games many times in my life. Who's my go-to Mortal Kombat character?
Ah, fuck.
I think if anything, Blade should be able to have this
You
one.
shouldn't. I don't even know the characters from this game.
Oh my god.
Wow, all the rounds of Mortal Kombat we played, sir.
I think I do know
Can
who
I
it is.
can I look up names just to spell it right real quick?
I'll give you 30 seconds real quick to look up characters on Mortal Kombat.
You should look up original Mortal Kombat characters.
Oh, he's so confident he's giving you a tip.
I'll give you Mortal Kombat 2. He's in there. Look, I even fucking narrowed it down. It's a he.
That's very sportsmanlike of you, considering he's winning.
I like the challenge.
There you go. He's waiting for his comeback.
This is how I roll, bro.
This is
I do
how
things
we
like this.
do
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
This is how we do it.
It's Friday night.
I don't think I'm right, but it's worth a shot.
Okay.
And it's rolled up tight.
All right, I'm ready.
All right. So who was first last time? Who was
It's,
that?
it's me this time.
It's him
All right.
that
So
time.
go ahead, Spencer. Who's your first character?
Ooh, that's a
Ooh.
close guess. That's a good one. I
That's-
think that's like a second or third.
That's number 2. Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
All right. So I mean, but if Blade's off, then you get the point because you're closest.
That's true, but I think it's Jax.
Well, the correct answer
It's
is
Kotal Khan.
it's
Jax.
Yeah,
Okay. yeah.
it is. Hey,
I
Blade-
figured it'd be Jax.
Blade ride it a little long or bigger next time.
Okay, yep, I will.
Grassy ass.
And a flowery butt to you as
I
well.
love that so much.
All right. So right now the score is 2.5 to 3. It's like gambling odds. Who's your gamble on? All righty then.
Don't bet on white.
And here's the next question. I'm going to anyways.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
You can go ahead now.
If James could be in an ultimate hangout, who would be the 4 No, 4 is a little much. And I've said this on the show many times. Who would be the 3 celebrities I would want to hang out with at the bar and or smoke sesh with?
I know one for sure. Is this 3 individual possible points?
Yes, sure. Fuck it. Yeah, why not? Oh yeah. All right.
What's his name?
And I'm just gonna keep it real. This would be one wild hangout session. I don't know how this circle would work or whatever, but it's the dream circle.
I don't know why I only got one though. I can't think of it.
I can't think of a third one. Like, I have 2 definites, but one.
Do. I mean, there's 3. It's a possibility of 3 points. So whatever you put is how if you get it, you're gonna get that point. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, I'm just gonna get stupid with it.
get stupid with it.
All right.
You know how we roll.
Okay, I got it.
All right. I guess I got mine. There, one may be right. All right.
All right. So
It's Blade.
Blade.
Okay, so my first one is Joe Rogan. My second one is Joey Diaz.
That's one.
And the third one I couldn't really figure out, but I went with Rampage Jackson.
That's a good option, but you got 1 out of the 3 that I definitely wrote.
I should have went Joe Biden.
I shouldn't have
Joe
said that out
Biden.
loud, but yeah, I'm saying that out loud. All right, Spencer, who are your 3?
All right. I got silly with mine, so who cares? Shaq,
That's another big
the
man.
entirety of the band Deathlock and Snoop Dogg.
Death Clock?
Both
Death
of y'all
Clock?
got one definite. So the
I know a
actual,
Snoop.
the actual three that I wrote down were Snoop, Joey Diaz, and Keanu Reeves.
Damn it.
Keanu Reeves. So both of them got 1 point.
We got 1 point.
That was crazy.
I'll
but
take it.
the entirety of Deathlock is great. And
Is it
Joe
Death
Rogan,
Clock or Death Lock?
I think it's Death Clock.
I thought it was Deathlock.
I don't
like
know.
L-O-K.
I put Death.
Are we talking about
Whatever.
like the
Adult Swim,
Adult
but
Swim show?
actual
Death Clock.
Finland? Yeah, is
Death Lock.
Deathlock, right? With
Death
L-O-A?
Clock.
Oh,
like
okay.
a clock.
Okay, well,
Whatever.
whatever. But the other one that you had on yours was what was it? The
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan
Yeah.
and Rampage Jackson.
yeah, Joe Rogan's a definite. That's like number 4 on my list. If
I
we
was
were
trying
gonna
to
go
think of, like,
for
a wrestler.
that, would have been a good. Yeah, that would have been a good.
That's why I went with Rampage Jackson, because Rampage Jackson reminds me of James.
That's fair.
I'll take that as a compliment. Shout out Rampage. You're awesome. All right, cool. All right. Well, I got my questions here. You know what? No, this one's gonna be a good one. I got one. All right.
It's off the head.
Only from the first 2 gens. What would be my dream Pokemon team? And this does include 1 original starter from the original 3,
Oh.
fully evolved.
All right.
Oh,
if
I
you
hate
guess the
this.
original starter, you get 2 points.
Come on now. Okay.
I hate this.
No, you don't. You fucking love it. You know you fucking love it. It's only the first. That's why I kept it to first 2 gens.
It's 6, right?
Yes.
Yeah, my first 6. I actually wrote this one down. I might need a book because I had to think about this one.
Man, I don't like.
Hey, I would say maybe for this one, whoever gets the most gets a point.
No, it's for everyone you get right out of the
Okay.
6. It's a point.
Okay.
Or you just want to keep it to 1 point total.
I
The way I see it is basically whoever doesn't get the exact team, whoever's got the closest to the team, are the one that I'm like, yeah, I want that team is the winner.
Okay, that's fair. Are legendaries allowed?
I have no legendaries in my group.
Very good. Very, very good.
Yep. You know how I,
Not like the first 2 gen legendaries were even that interesting, honestly.
No, yeah, honestly.
We talked about the birds were awesome.
I disagree with you.
arguable.
Legendary Boyds.
Ar-
Got a fire Boyd, electric Boyd, and a ice Boyd.
It's arguable. I mean, I like the concept, and I get where they're trying to do with it, especially with the Uno Dos Tres thing. That's cool. But like I don't know, like later on, just they started getting dragons, Blade. Like they were starting to get dragons.
That's true. Lugia and
Not even
was
Lugia.
Ho-Oh a dragon or was he a
Neither of those
bird?
were
Neither one of those were dragons.
And
I'm
actually,
talking about
the first dragon legendaries came from Gen 4, so it added.
Really?
It took a while, yeah. I think. Well,
Oh, that's
never
true.
mind. Rayquaza. Never mind. That's
Yeah, I'm
Gen
about to
3.
say, yeah. That's the only one actually.
Yeah.
I think about All right. Well, let me know when y'all are ready. I got my
this
6.
is from both the first and second gen.
It's a combination of just the first and second gen.
Because I can't think of any Gen 2 Pokemon. Honestly.
I can't either.
That's like the the. I don't want to give out no hints, but there are a couple that will be pretty obvious once you think about it. But
Are you allowed to tell how many starters are in here, or is it just one starter?
it's 1 starter from Gen 1, and there's 2 Pokemon from Gen 2.
Oh my god! Oh, I gotta look up how to type his name real quick. Hold on.
It doesn't matter. Close enough, as long as you know.
All right. Then I got it.
Okay. And there is 2 from. Okay, so I'll just make it simple. There's 1 starter from Gen 1, then 3 from Gen 1, and then 2 from Gen 2.
Wait,
That's
there's-
right. We're nuding it out
wait,
while
say-
drinking
say it
whiskey.
again. There's 3 Pokemon from Gen 1.
Well, 4 total if you include the starter,
Okay.
and then 2 from Gen 2.
I think I'm pretty close. I just need to find my last one.
All right. Blade, how are you doing?
I'm fucking up right now. I don't know. I'm going all over the place.
I mean, just write shit down.
I am. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Just writing shit down.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know Pokemon enough.
I do, but I know my teams and what works for me, and like I don't study other people. What the fuck?
No, I get it, but I mean, just based off personality, what would be like my team in real life that you think I would want type shit is kind of where this is at. Like, it's not necessarily even playing the game. It's like if Pokemon were real life, what would be a team that'd be like, yeah, that's James.
I think I'm done.
Okay. All right. So now he put you on a 30-second crunch because he's finished.
I have one more to go.
All right. See. Remix so we don't get sued. This isn't from Jeopardy. It's
Okay.
our own. All right, here we go. All right, so Spencer, I think you're up first on this one.
Yes.
All right, and go ahead.
Charizard, Dragonite, Arcanine, Gengar, Feraligatr, and Ursaring.
So you had
I know
say
this.
yours one more time. So
I
can
had two of those too.
Charizard,
that one.
Dragonite, Arcanine,
And that one.
Gengar, Feraligatr, and Ursaring.
Okay, and then Blade, go ahead with yours.
I had Charizard, Machop, Scyther, Typhlosion, Dragonite, Unknown.
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 I couldn't think of a fucking last one, bro.
All right.
be
Well,
honest.
Spencer won because he had 3 out of the 6, and Blade
Fuck.
had 1.
Shit.
And this is why I told
Who's
you guys.
Charizard?
And this is no. See, this is why I told you the starter was going to be worth 2 points. Yeah. See. Yeah. So the actual team that James would want would be Blastoise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it.
That's right. I'm that guy. I love Blastoise. Fuck all you Charizard stands.
Big man Blastoise.
Big man Blastoise. Damn right. We got it. Then I like Blastoise for the smirk. He looks at you like, I'm about to whoop your ass
Yeah, do it, James.
with a dad bod.
Bitch, where you at?
Exactly. I got a shell and 2 cannons, motherfucker, and I ain't talking about the ones on my back. That's how he looked to me. So it was Blastoise,
I'm a Venusaur,
Tyranitar,
man.
Tyranitar. I'm surprised Spencer didn't get that one. That was always one of my main ones, Tyranitar.
Tyranitar.
I love Tyranitar.
That's the
The little one?
Huh?
The little one?
That's
No.
Larvitar.
That is
Yeah,
Larvitar,
Tyranitar is
isn't
the final
Okay,
one. The
yeah.
big
Big green guy.
the big mountain.
Gojira!
It's literally based on a mountain and Godzilla.
It, basically, it's Godzilla
Yeah.
in a mountain. Yeah.
Heck here, you ruined my life. What can I do for you?
Gojira.
Arcanine. That's probably my all-time second favorite Pokemon ever. Gengar was up there.
I'm surprised about that one, actually.
Gengar is awesome.
Yeah, I love Gengar. Dragonite. That's my all-time
Dragonite's
favorite.
there.
That's my all-time favorite. Like, fuck all y'all. That's gonna be my pointless tattoo right there, actually, guys. When we get our pointless tattoos, I'm gonna get Dragonite.
Ooh,
You should get him as a Cholo. Cholo Dragonite.
I'm gonna get Irish or Scottish Dragonite.
I just want Trogdor.
That is his shiny is green.
There you go. And then last and not least, but Espeon, because I think it'd be
Espeon, huh?
out of all those badass Pokemon, I think at the end of the day, I'd want to come home and there's a nice little psychic cat. I think that'd be
Espeon,
cool.
huh?
I don't know what it
Interesting.
is. I've always been an Espeon guy. I always liked that. I mean, the first 2 gens, and then once they had like honestly, dude, I always liked the evolutions. Like I used to have a whole team of just the evolutions.
What was the starter from
Me too.
Gen 2 that you had?
I didn't have any starters from Gen 2.
Oh, I thought you said there was. Okay.
No.
I really thought Feraligatr was going to be on there.
No. I mean, if I had to pick a starter from Gen 2, it'd probably be for Alligator. But that's why I said the starter
That was the hardest one, I'll be honest. Like,
Yeah.
that shit was hard.
What, playing as them or guessing the name?
No, just guessing. Guessing
Okay.
what Pokemon you like.
So
That was hard.
That officially
that
gives
was a good one.
that officially gives Spencer 5 points. I guess we can call that for the end of this session of it. We'll come up with more questions next time. So the official final score was 5 to 3.5.
Woo!
So
I know my brother. Woo!
and that will give.
I don't know him as well.
And, and the official score teller that I shall keep in this corner. Spencer got a star.
Oh, Spencer got a star. It's kindergarten all over again.
He's got 1 star. Yay! It's a shitty star.
I'm going to tell your mom, hey, Spencer's mom, he got a star.
And she's gonna be like, "What the hell? What the fuck's going on?" All right, so I'm keeping overall tally. First one to get 3 stars from the James games wins. Anywho, ha. All right, well, that was
Nothing you
fun.
can do to unfuck the Thanksgiving turkey.
Oh,
Nice. I like how you zoomed in on Blade's face smiling.
I really like that.
Aren't I good?
The turkey thing is great.
Unfucking the Thanksgiving turkey.
Fucking Duke Nukem.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was a Duke Nukem name. Yeah.
There
Let's
you go.
fucking go. I love Duke Nukem.
I basically just went down.
You're
my
one of the few
liked
people.
playlist.
You're one of the few people that really like Duke Nukem, man. That was
Well,
one of those games that was so.
I grew up with it, bro.
So here's the thing, like with Duke Nukem, was it like I know a lot of people were just mad because they were overpromised and underdelivered, but I mean, if you were just like, I think if you had the expectations of a goofy, fucking, stupid shooter game, it wasn't bad. I think all these people wanted like all these crazy features and shit that later on became like Halo and shit like that, but I mean that wasn't Duke Nukem, you know what I mean? Like that just wasn't it. Like I don't know. Like what's your opinion on that? You being a gamer too?
Well, man, old Duke Nukem was just I mean, it was a charismatic version of Doom. That's really what it was. It's just.
I'm thinking Duke Nukem Forever.
Oh,
That's
you're
one
talking
of-
about the newest one, air quote newest one, right?
Yeah, the one where everybody was like disappointed because it was like so many years in development and all that shit.
Yeah,
you know?
it was 14. It was in development hell, definitely.
Yeah, it was
I
like,
played
what,
it.
15
I enjoyed
years?
it. It wasn't the greatest game, but it was fun.
See, that's what I'm saying, like-
It kept my time and occupation.
I feel. Whoa, you were employed?
I mean,
It was one of those ones
No.
that like. It's one of those games that like I feel like a lot of people were expecting so much more out of it, but it's like you got to remember it was a Duke Nukem game. Like even if it took 15 years, like it was always going to be a Duke Nukem game. Like that's like trying to say like you play Leisure Suit Larry and you're mad that you're not doing a spy mission. Like it's Leisure Suit Larry. Like you know what the fuck this is. Like
yeah, you're about to hit on everybody, man, woman,
yeah,
monkey.
You were about to say child, weren't you?
I was.
I mean, he's laughing, but I think that's one of the reasons why those games got banned because like it literally was hit on anything moving type crazy shit.
Pretty much, yeah.
Making my way downtown.
In a suit, looking for whatever.
Looking for Poon in all the wrong places.
Do. So take off all your suits.
Anyways.
Did you ever realize that?
But please leave the tie fucking on, yeah. There it is.
Did you ever realize that the most powerful things in the world have always been in charge of oil? You think about like the Roman Empire; they had olive oil.
That's true. The Rockefellers,
They were in charge of crude oil.
crude oil,
Then you had like
P. Diddy.
that baby oil.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There you go. You caught on exactly.
I do.
Right.
I knew immediately. You said, fucking oils.
That's right. So if you get in charge of oil, motherfucker, if you want to be really powerful in life.
Just remember the 3 powerful oils: crude oil, fucking whatever the other oil was,
Olive,
oil,
baby.
and baby oil.
You'll be invincible all through
Now, my
life.
question is: mineral oil and baby oil, is that the same thing?
I'm more of a mineral oil man.
Okay, is it the same thing? What's the difference?
Minerals?
One's made with babies and the other one's made with stone.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm more of an ethical person. I don't want my oil made of babies personally.
Okay, yeah, I get that. Yeah, mineral oil.
I feel like if I'm using baby oil to shoot my babies off, that's like, cooking a chicken using fucking eggs. Like it's just a little wrong, like
Oh, okay. So it's like making fried chicken.
it's just a little wrong, but it comes out it works, it's just it's a little off, it's just not nice.
I don't like this conversation anymore. Like,
I don't know how I started it either.
you stop looking over at me.
Nope.
Hey,
These
do
not-
not break the immersion. Oh, yeah, you failed.
All right, wait, what's the deal? What were you trying to say? Don't break the immersion for what? That was just to annoy you. All right, so I was having a serious conversation earlier with the producer on the phone,
I love this.
and we were talking about so I feel like I think everything can be broken down honestly into like there's like probably two different types of people in life in terms of like how you break down your easiest way I could put it is like your RPG stat line.
Oh,
You
no.
know, I feel like there's two different types of people. You have your specialized forces, and then you have your well balanced, right? And me and the producer, my brother, were talking earlier because Spencer is one of those people that I feel like his skills are super hyper focused on a particular thing. Like as in terms of musicians, producing,
So good at producing, y'all.
music stuff.
I love it.
And,
Baba
I'm
Booey.
so good at this.
Baba Booey.
I'm great.
now he's being a
I
jackass.
have a gift.
But hey, that's him.
Give me
right
another
there.
Baba Booey.
Oh, he failed.
Sorry,
Close
I fucked
enough.
it up.
Close enough.
Anyways, but Spencer's one of those people that when it comes to that level of stuff, that he's good with that type of thing. Where I'm more of like always been kind of a jack of all trades, master of none. Like, and that got me really thinking deep into the idea of like, so a lot of things in my life personally have always just come naturally and easy for me. Like when I actually try, I usually can accomplish or do it or at least be good, if not great at something. Like not excellent, not perfect, not the best, but I can at least be great or of like, any jackass walking the street I'm competitive with. You know what I mean? Like playing basketball, I never really played for a team, but playing street ball, I could go on any street court and I was at least decent and good enough to be on the team or whatever. So, and Spencer, and then at the same time, like, that, and then like social aspects and being able to talk and being like a showman and this and that, like a little bit of everything, but nothing really like stuck out anything so hard where I wanted to focus like all my talents and skills. And then like me and you were talking off camera, Blade, where it's like you're a little bit more of a balance, but like if your stat line was like, say if all my shit's all a 4, your shit would be like 3 of the 5 is a 4, 1's a 3, but 1's a 5. Where Spencer has 2 5s and everything else is a 3. Like that's honestly the best way I could put it in terms of like visualization. You know what I mean? So like in your aspect, like what do you think would be a better thing to be? Because like as a jack of all trades person, there's times where I wish I could be an expert in like 1 or 2 things. Where I could be somebody that's just like, let me talk you down every aspect and avenue of 1 or 2 things. But then at the same time, I feel like being, Spencer was talking about earlier that sometimes he wishes he could be more balanced in life because, in terms of the social aspects and, just being able to get out there and kind of push himself and stuff like that, he likes that. But once he's in his field, he's fucking amazing. You know what I mean? So I'm just kind of curious to know what your kind of point of view on all that kind of stuff is. And then we kind of get into a discussion about it a little bit.
Well, my point of view is I think every individual should be as well-rounded as they can be. Like, sure, like you were saying, I've got a little specialty niches to me. Like, I have, I like to call them my tisms, right? Like, there's some things that I get, yeah, like straight up, like I'm fucking crazy about, like firearms and stuff like that. There's certain firearms that I know what spring tension is supposed to be what, and you've gotten on to me about this a couple times where it's like, oh, why do I care?
Speak English, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And like it's that a little bit of like martial arts, like jujitsu and stuff. Like I have weird ways that I describe jujitsu.
Right.
I've got weird ways that I describe a lot of the things that I do, but whenever I describe them, it makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, of course he's weeabling, and that's when you wobble. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
You know?
What?
Jiu-jitsu, they do a weeble move, right? And that's whenever you wobble, and then you get them.
When they zig, you have to zag.
Exactly.
More or less,
it's a lot like that, yeah.
But if you understand jiu-jitsu on a level, you would understand what he's trying to say.
Yeah, it's like the ebb and flow of what you feel in the moment. You know?
See, and that's the thing is like I'm not a jiu-jitsu expert by any means, but I know enough in terms of like fighting and martial arts and stuff to know like kind of the idea and feel of what you're talking about.
But I really think that you should be a well-rounded individual because the saying goes, a jack of all trades is better. Wait, what is it?
Jack of all trades is a master of none, but he knows how to get the job done.
Well, the rest of that, the actual rest of that is
That's
often
the rest
better
of it.
than a master of one.
Oh, well, whatever. And so then let me ask you this, just completely just knock your wisdom out of here.
Nah.
Spencer, so how's your feeling on that? Being one of those people that you're kind of like, because I'm just being honest. When it comes to like music and stuff, like you still blow me away to this day about how you could see and hear, mostly the hear things. Like you hear certain musical things, you're like, that's a...
It's not even that. There's been times where me and Spencer have sat here after hours and stuff like that and played some piano, played some songs. And I'm like, hey, you should make it sound a little happier or a little more dour or just, get a little more excited about it. And he just fucking does it. And it's like, yeah, that's the thing that I was listening for.
It's kind of like that one After Dark episode that eventually will be posted up, but there was a point where Spencer's just playing the piano and we just started kind of freestyling something, I think we should do a little bit of that. That'd be fun. But like, it's just like he has that ability.
Out of that.
I mean, shit, hell yeah. I think we should do a little bit of that at some point, test Spencer's piano skills and just kind of give him a mood and see what he comes up with. And me and you got to come up with a song real fast.
Sure.
And we're definitely going to record it and it's going to be on his resume for
and once we get 16 tracks, we'll sell the CD.
Pete's Dueling Piano Bar.
There you go.
We'll talk.
We'll talk.
We'll talk.
Earl, get in the comments. Let us know.
Come on, Earl.
Huh?
So Spencer, what's your feeling? Would you rather be you being like a hyper-focused individual? Do you feel that's a benefit or a negative at times, or do you wish you could be more well-rounded? Like, how do you feel about it?
Real answer is I constantly find myself in positions where it would be more advantageous if I had just a little bit more, well-roundedness because, like I lack some of the social cues. I lack some of the, just general skills and even some culture shit. Like people were shocked to me the other day that I've never seen Ace Ventura.
What?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Oh,
There's a lot of-
righty then.
There's a lot of
I know
movies.
that's that quote.
Like a glove.
Or
There's
when
a-
he eats the whole pack of big red gum.
Yeah, that's none of your business, Dan. Yeah, like
Can I have some? No.
that's none of your business. I tend you to mine to it. Yeah, there's a lot of things in terms of movies. Spencer just like, okay. Like, he doesn't understand a lot of movie
And
quotes and shit.
I really do, just gotta be honest. Like, I think it's kind of just like a luck of the draw at the end of the day, where it's like, I know where Blade's coming from, because at the end of the day, you know, you got to be able to, you know, make it through this whole thing alive. But like, you're helping me thrive by being who you are, as well-rounded as you are. But I'm also in ways helping you thrive by having such just hyper-focused knowledge in what I know. So it really does genuinely go both ways. I think you need the types of people like I am to succeed, as well as the people that you are. I don't know if that makes a whole lot of sense.
No, I get it.
But like, it's the yin and yang, the balance. Like, I didn't want to be as hyper vigilant as I am, but I also picked a very competitive field where you kind of have to be to succeed.
Right.
Otherwise, like, I would just be a set of riffraff that isn't really doing what I'm doing. And that's just what are you putting, boys? I'm trying to be real, but goddamn.
No, I know it. No,
Dick
I'm listening.
butt?
Yeah. Spelled out.
He spelt dick butt.
No,
That's
but I get
then,
you.
I guess.
No, we're listening. You know we gotta be jackasses with a grain of salt. No, but I get you.
Over here.
But there's times, because like I've noticed that too, where like when we used to work on the construction field together, and like, you know, some of the older guys would be trying to make movie references and like comments and jokes, like, do you remember this or this and that? Like, just certain icebreaker conversations that you can have with certain, like, you know, little shit or whatever. And like Spencer would be like, yeah, nah, I wasn't a movie goer, or I wasn't a pop culture person or whatever. But at the same time, like, I watch you play the guitar and the bass, and like, I envy that shit. Like, I wish I had that ability and skill to be able to. Like, there was one time where you were listening to something. I can't remember what it was. And I know I know, knowing you the way I know you, you're going to be like, well, it's just real simple, da-da-da. And that's all it is a da-da-da. But, like, I think.
Steely Dan.
No, I think he was listening to the Jimi Hendrix, and then we got him, like, a drum set. And, like, granted, yeah, Jimi Hendrix is not known for his drumming. Like, or the drummer is not known in Jimi Hendrix. It's Jimi Hendrix, the guitar. But that being said, like, I remember Spencer literally picking up the drum and like playing with the beat, and then he even got a specialized CD where it took the drum beat out, where like you had to do it, and he did it perfectly.
That's
so
cool.
the idea that like he was able to hear that shit, figure it out, pick it out, and do it, like, that's a specialized skill that a lot of people don't have. Like, as much as I bullshit about, like, you know, I'm built different, I'm strong, there's 1.5 million strong motherfuckers out there that are stronger than me and everything like that. There's fucking a bunch of hee-haw strong motherfuckers. But, like, to be able to sit there and, like, listen and pick out notes and, like, sounds and frequencies, to me, that's fucking amazing.
On a very, very real note in that regards, it's I don't know how conceited it sounds. I don't know.
Fuck it, concede yourself.
I understand that.
I mean, you're already on camera.
Yeah, right. It's on the internet. Everybody's gonna hear how
fuck.
much of a dick you are. No, go ahead.
it's okay. I've relatively recently come to terms with the fact that I know what I know, and I'm pretty damn good at it.
Right.
And I, you know, the people watching don't understand the whole swath of it, but
The what of it?
The swath.
Swath.
Okay. So
It's like the breadth of it.
I just want to make sure it wasn't a taka.
No.
What the fuck? Sorry. Please
ahead.
continue with
Continue.
the
No, sorry.
heart throbbing information.
Yeah, we're actually in the deep part. Because I do
No,
want to
yeah,
get.
this is actually deep.
Yeah. So shut up, Blade. You're ruining everything.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean
Hey.
to chime in.
Go ahead, producer. I'll keep him in line.
The point I'm trying to make on this is that, like, I've
Son of a
accepted,
bitch over here.
I've accepted to a certain extent. I've accepted a very lonely life, and that's fine. Like, if you ever want,
Well, if I could chime in for a second, like, a lot of people that are like all-time goats and greats, they say that's how it is. It's lonely on the top. Like, it's
Sure.
if you're going to be so good and dedicated, you will lose people along the way that aren't going to understand.
And to that, though, like, it's a lifestyle that's appealed to me because I'm not the biggest fan of people already. I don't really want that many people in my life.
You don't
That makes
crave
sense.
attention or
I
need
don't.
it. No, yeah.
I really don't,
You're
man.
not those-
It's like something you told me actually stuck with me for the long haul. It's the whole 4 quarters is worth more than 100 pennies.
Yeah.
And it's stuck to me longer than it should have, but it has.
But it's a really like real statement. You know what I mean? Like the way I look
I
at
don't
it.
want to lose that quarter. That's
Yeah.
why the people in my life are just that important.
I mean, like you could have a bunch of pennies and then you lose one. You're like, oh, I still have 24 cents, and it's like it doesn't feel like a big loss. But like if you have a quarter, and it's like a fourth of everything that you got with you that's riding on your side is gone, then it's like, you know, you really lost something. It actually means something. But, you know, in terms in life, and I think it's another thing that I've kind of talked to you and, you know, help like you understand as I got older, and it's kind of a good thing being the big brother and kind of help teach. I'm sure you've done the same for Jade, who see previous episodes, who has been on here and kind of talked to. But like, I do feel like there's a responsibility as an older brother to kind of like, hey, look, I walked down the rocky road. Let me tell you a few little hints so you're not stubbing your toes on the shit I did, you know?
Right.
And there's like certain aspects that were like as much as I envy you for being a well-rounded motherfucker, I've also seen you in situations where I'm just like this bumbling fool.
I'll just fold like a damn $2 suitcase.
Yeah, and like it's one of those things like, you know, like I remember, here's a funny story. So I remember we were driving home from work one day and the cops pulled us over because I was speeding because I wanted to get the fuck out of Terrell, Texas. And I just so happened to be having like a vaporizer with some
Items.
herbal essence, so to speak. Burning.
I love that shampoo.
So it's a very good shampoo, actually. So the cop pulls us over. Spencer's over here like, oh my God, you have herbal essence in the car. And I was like, Spencer, do me a favor and shut the fuck up and chill out. Literally put the shit between the seats, turn around, hey, officer, how you doing today? You know why I pulled you over? Nah, man, what's going on? You were speeding. My bad, bro. I'm just trying to get home. I got a long way to go. Oh, okay. You know where you're going? Yeah, nah, we're doing some work, blah, blah. All right, well, here, just go on your way. All right, can I get back on this highway? Yeah. All right, cool. Later. By the time the cop's pulling out, I already had the vape in my hand. Just, and Spencer's looking at me like, you son of a bitch. I'm like, yeah, no, I'll see you later. And then I didn't even end up having to pay that ticket. I made a phone call and everything was cool. So it was
One of those stats that's in like a 1 or a 2 for me. Charisma. Not a dime, not an ounce.
You don't have any charisma whatsoever?
He does.
I'm getting there.
No, that's the thing. Like, Spencer's one of those people that like he has more charisma. He just don't have the confidence to explode it. Like
That's
exploit
charisma.
It. No. So, okay. Well, then how do I put this? Spencer's potential charisma is ridiculous because whenever he's in his element or whenever he's feeling free, and like I've seen Spencer when he's had a few drinks and he's a little bit more loose.
It's true.
That's true.
The Weaver charisma kicks in. Like he has it.
No,
Just
I've
like
seen him at a
couple.
couple of shows before.
That's what I'm saying. Like when Spencer's in his element, he's the guy. Like he becomes the man. Like it's like I said, it's a Weaver gene. Like any party I've ever been to, I was the life of the party. It doesn't matter where or fucking who was throwing it. Like it just is what it is.
Lest I forget sometimes that I'm like 6 feet tall and not horribly looking.
I
I
see-
keep forgetting that sometimes.
And well, the thing is too is like, and you know, I had this for the longest time till I was about like, I had a moment at 15 where I think you're just starting to hit it now, hitting
Yeah.
like 26, 27 or whatever,
26, huh?
going on 27.
Nice.
And like, yeah, don't act like I don't know your age, asshole. But like, there was a certain point when I was like 15, 16 where I realized like, who the fuck's gonna tell me otherwise? And like, there was like, I say, okay, that sounds really assholish, but like, there's a certain level of people where I start realizing like, these people can actually tell me what to do, and I need to respect them. These people are on my level. Who the fuck are you to tell me what I can and cannot do in life? You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Does that make sense to anybody else, or am I sound like a total dickhead?
Nah, it makes sense.
Yeah. So like, it's like, if me and you are on even terms, don't tell me what to do, because like you're not any better than me. You ain't lived through anything better than me. Like I even to this day have certain friends that are like the same age, but it's like you haven't had the same life experience as I have. Don't tell me like how things are going to be, because I've been through more shit than you could imagine. You know what I mean? Like,
Man, I fucking feel that.
and that's one of those things. Like, I don't want to sound like some kind of, you know, and obviously, you know, a lot of times we're very, this show probably could be classified as toxic masculinity, but like, you know, like I'm very like, if I don't respect you, I'm not going to listen to what you got to say.
But okay, here's the thing too. The jack of all trades are gonna have that experience to be able to back their shit up. So that's one of the benefits of where you're at, where it's like, yeah, you now have a good amount of stories. You have a good amount of things you have done. It may not be at a professional savant level, but like you got life experience, you got real world.
I've dealt with different people in
things to
different
grasp with,
levels. Yeah.
I'm finally starting to deal with prickly people. I'm finally starting to deal with women. I'm finally starting, you know, like
Yeah.
I'm finally having to like deal with it now in my late 20s. It was like shit. I didn't have the building blocks back then, so I'm kind of stumbling even harder than I should.
Now, do you find it interesting, or do you find it a little difficult, a little overbearing, maybe?
Well, here's the thing, real quick. So, like, the three of us here stand on different levels that I think of, like, life that, like, you know, just example, like, Blade, I know me and you've talked, but you, like, lost your virginity on an early age or whatever, right?
Man.
Like, mine was probably right at, like, you know, right around average age or whatever you want to say. And then Spencer was a little later in life where he started growing up and doing his thing. So it's like one of those things, like we're all different stages of. So the one thing that I think what's crazy is like where me and Blade, we have the charisma. And that's because we were chasing chicks and we were chasing girls and we wanted to, you know, get our
Well, that's
dicks
also
wet.
because we were athletes and doing things, and
that
we were-
helps,
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, yeah, we were doing things. We were like, hey, we wear a uniform.
Look at us,
Look at
motherfucker.
us.
Yeah.
We look good. I'm number 16. He's number 56, 57.
But even at that, like, so here's the thing too is like, I remember like even in high school, like you were considered like one of the hot guys. Like that was one of the things that like you were one of those people that like who's the top 10 hottest, and your name was always up there because you were
Didn't
like
feel like it.
no, but like I know you might have not, and you know that'd be an interesting thing I want to talk about too. But like you may not have felt like that, but I just remember hearing from the outside in. I was always that guy at the age where it was like everybody's best friend, but nobody looked at sexually. You know what I'm saying? Like you were more like people fantasized about you or whatever. It wasn't until I gained my confidence where like now I know people look at me like, damn, look at that man. You know what I mean? More or less. And I got that like at a later age than you did, and Spencer even later than me. But like once it clicks, it's one of those things. And I think one of the things that Spencer lacked is that shit didn't click when it was supposed to. Like you're supposed to have those stupid.
Oh, jeez.
Well, no. Like I'm not saying
Your
that in a bad way.
standards in fucking society.
I like how he zoomed in.
Yeah, he did. Perfect.
See, that's what I'm saying. He's good at this shit. Yeah. But like, I'm not trying to say it in anything negative. But like, we're like, I was focused on going out on Friday nights. Like, I wanted to make money to be able to go out and take girls out on dates. I know you were the same way, Blade. Like, it was let me go out. Spencer was more like let me make money to build me a system so I could master a craft. And I think long term that's going to be great for him. But I think certain aspects you see it now in your and you know, stop me if I'm wrong, Spencer. I'm not trying to speak out of turn. But I think there's certain aspects in life where you might even wish, like, yeah, maybe I wish I would have got that knocked out a little sooner to build that confidence threshold or whatever.
Can I get personal real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, that's what we're doing right now.
Sure. Now I'm at where I'm at, right? I don't want to say I've, like, I do this for a job now. So it's like, where do I go from here? And for the longest time, for the last couple of years, and this has actually really helped me out to be a part of something like this, finding purpose again. I felt like I didn't really have much of a reason, not to get, you know, say the S word, but it wasn't that. But I didn't really have much of a reason to do what I was doing because it's like, well, shit, what's next? Oh, shit, what's next? I didn't have those short-term goals of like, oh, I got to go out Friday
to keep you
night
motivated.
to go bang a chick. I was like, no, it was like I did the thing I sought out for that I knew that was going to be long-term. And unfortunately for me, it didn't take nearly as long as I thought. So whenever you start putting these life dreams on this massive pedestal and you finally reach them, it's like, shit, okay, what now? It's
the Tyson Fury story. I mean, all he ever dreamed about was beating Vladimir Klitschko and getting the World Heavyweight Championship. Then he did it at a young age and was like, fuck, what do I do now?
So now here's the problem.
Went into a depression.
Right? Yeah, and coke and everything else, and almost hit that sewer slide too, you know?
And here's the problem is like, yeah, shit starts getting really fucking lonely. Then you start to, because for me, I know for me specifically, it was like, I'm not thinking about these things. I really didn't care at the time. But all of a sudden, now that they're options, now that it's a reality for you, and crap, I guess I did kind of want it after all. I guess I did kind of want to have some, you know, more bro time, more friends, you know, get stupid every once in a while.
Right.
But that's kind of a modular thing. Like it happens like, okay, so I want to get focused on my business, right?
Yeah.
You get focused on your business, and then you're like, oh, shit, I need to focus on my family.
And
oh shit! I'm focusing on my family too much. I need to focus on the homeboys.
And
it's that thing.
To take it one step further too, Blade, is I think for the last 6-ish months, I kind of had to try to compartmentalize as much fun partying as I could, just so I could say I did it. Because, quite frankly, I'm tired of it already.
Right.
I'm not a big fan of it. I did some.
You got it out
shit.
your system already.
I guess so, because these last 2 weeks have just been nothing but illuminating. Because
Illuminati?
No,
Oh,
sir,
okay,
no,
good.
sir. But I've purposely all right, I'm not drinking. I purposely I'm not smoking.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna chill and refocus and see.
What are you, a nun?
What am I, a faggot? No.
Easy there, Zulu.
Fago.
Fago.
Fagiolo.
I don't give a fuck. But I'm actually
Grain of salt.
I'm finding reason to want to do these things again. I'm enjoying the podcast again, hanging out with
Right.
you guys, doing this, and let's go hard. Let's make it real. Let's make it good. And I was like, fuck. Other
Like and
aspects,
subscribe.
I'm reinvigorated again, if that makes sense.
Right.
But I had to do the stupid thing to say I did it, to get it out of the system. Fuck it.
And on that note, because I've said it many times, this a lot of times in a lot of ways is my baby, and I do feel like this is going to be successful, and it just takes time, and we keep at it. But I feel like us all being at 3 stages, it also fits our roles too, Blade is a degenerate extraordinaire because he was doing a degenerate shit a little earlier than both of us. I kind of got that, I had to build my personality to be a degenerate, which lets me lead into being the host, you know what I mean, or whatever. I had to learn how to be able to, I was a fat kid with pimples. I wasn't getting in nobody's pants without being a fucking personality, you know what I mean?
To that, you're the only father in this room.
Well, that too,
get your shit together.
Yeah,
Very true.
So I got a little bit of the both, I got that, just mature sex appeal. It's a little bit different, you know what I mean?
The dad bod.
And then Spencer at the same time, listen, none of this would be possible without Spencer's knowledge and expertise and all them hours that he did spend chasing chicks and learning this shit.
Very true.
We're just being real. None of this shit happens. Whatever fans or whatever subscribers or whatever people that like our thing, we wouldn't be on the internet and doing this shit without Spencer, because Spencer knows what the fuck is going on and how to put us out there.
While we were chasing girls, he was studying the tape.
I'm studying the Blade.
He was studying the tape.
Studying the master of the tape. So that's the thing is I guess the overall message of everything I'm trying to say is it does take all kinds,
Yes.
there was a I hate to refer to Family Guy as anything sageful, but there was a point where it was hey, if everybody shoots for the stars, then who's going to take care of ground control type shit. And they're, as fucked up as that quote is to tell somebody who has dreams, that's facts. At the end of the day, I don't look down on any job. That's one thing that I try. There's times when I get pissed off, you motherfucker, you're. But I try really hard not to look down on a job where it's yeah, okay, that guy is qualified to flip burgers, but if there weren't people that were only qualified to flip burgers, then who the fuck's making the food?
There are 2 types of people that I fall under that camp of being really fucking good at one thing, right?
Right.
I feel like I got the better end of the deal on that because I had to, right out of high school, I started working with you and Dad doing the construction thing. Hard work, way out of my comfort zone, way out of what I wanted to do. Made me have to grow the fuck up to do it. So it's I still may be who I am,
Right.
but I can sit here and not do it with the fucking ego because there are a lot of people I work with, not naming names, that will
Steven.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
But they will literally look down on other people for what they do. Maybe not that harshly.
Right.
But I'm at this point in my life where I could completely shift careers and find happiness in doing it just because fucking what's your other option? Don't be happy?
Right.
You're fucked. So,
And even on that, speaking of other people that have been on the show, Uncle Ricky, Uncle Ricky's one of those people who is an amazing fucking worker if you give him a task. But if you try to put him in charge of leading the way, it's, he's one of those guys that he needs someone to be in charge and lead direction.
But he'll lead you to the fucking fountain.
And it's one thing that I know we've talked about even here amongst us on the show or whatever, that we, if we had a zombie apocalypse breakdown of everything, then, okay, here you go. If we had a zombie apocalypse breakdown of everything, Blade would have no problem being my number 2 and Spencer would have no problem being my number 2A because, my personality.
Different roles.
Yeah, my personality leads into I don't mind being the guy standing in front and giving the orders and telling people what's up. You can hate me. I don't give a fuck. I also have that presence and personality that I could, be forceful in an intelligent way where I can make my point across without having to be, aggressive but smart at the same time. I don't know how to put that in a way, but I know you guys understand what I'm saying.
Yep.
Where, Blade, and arguably you've said it off camera to me, but you fit a better, hey, let me help you make the plans on the side, but you enforce that shit, and then I'll help you enforce it from the side.
I don't like being number one.
Yeah, and see, like my person,
Neither do I. So
and my personality, I don't like taking orders. It's like I want to be, and even like here's the weird fucking thing about me. Like I could work in a partnership, I just don't want to take orders. So even if I'm number one, it's like my number 1A, number 1AB, all that shit. Like I definitely believe in a democracy of power, but at the end of the day, someone's got to be the figurehead. And that's just what it is. And like I don't have a problem being that figurehead. You can hate me, it don't bother me, not one damn bit. Like whatever. But at the end of the day, like if I got to make the hard decisions, this is what it is. Like, sorry, like I know it's not the nice thing, but sometimes life ain't nice.
And see, me personally, I don't like making the decisions. I like just following orders. It's easier. It's way easier.
And see, for me, it's easier to create the plan than to follow a plan. Like if I'm the guy making the game plan for the play, it's easier for me to follow. But if I have to listen to someone else's game plan, I'm like, and if you say so, unless they just think exactly like me, which who the fuck thinks exactly like somebody else?
Like a sociopath.
Exactly. Zoom in and out real fast. Speaking
of thinking like somebody else, do we have anything else to get to? Like the little music game or anything?
Well, of course we have that. Let me just do one last rundown, make sure we're not forgetting any major points. Okay, I did have one thing I wanted to say. Okay. I know we brought it up many, many times in life, and then we're going to get to the producer's music game. You never know what song's going to be next.
You're right. I agree. But the time that you get to the colonoscopy, what are you going to feel? Are you going to feel bliss? Are you going to feel anger? Are you going to feel a little bit of want? Or maybe it's just not what you expected,
What if you get a colonoscopy and you just enjoy it way too much, and then you're like 55 and all of a sudden you realize you're gay?
Or it's like American Road Trip where that guy, he figures out his kink is butt stuff.
Oh, yeah.
if they get in there and they only find half a colon, would you call it a semicolon?
Hey. All right. So what I do want to say is I know I brought it up many times before. That was funny. That was pretty good. That was good. Semicolon. He's only missing half of the small intestine. Right,
it wasn't that funny.
It wasn't that funny.
It was actually that funny to me. Fuck you, all right?
Nerd.
Subjection.
I'm going to punch you after the show.
Yeah, it was a nerdy-ass joke, and it made me fucking laugh, all right?
All right,
Fuck
so
you.
I know we've talked about this many times, but one of my actual fears in like life in the future is potential like AI overrun. But here's one of the things that I think is fucking hilarious. Like, we're all men here. We all got a type. We all like certain types of women and whatever, And then when you start scrolling through social media, then it's like your perfect woman type pops up, and then you're like, damn, who's this bitch? I want to see what else she got. And it's like, it's fake AI generated. We're getting to that point where AI is getting so goddamn real that you can't tell which videos out there are real. Like a lot of times you can't tell if these people are real in videos no more. And like, this goes deeper than just the fake ass and tits that they put out there. But like, there's a couple times where you see like local news breaking story, happens, and you're watching this video and you're like, is that fucking real or is this AI generated? Like, I think you sent something where it was like supposedly Hitler's speech translated, and then we come to find out that they actually made his speech more endearing, and that's not what he said at all. Like, he actually was much more of an asshole.
What it was?
Yeah, like, come to find out, like, all that, like, so the thing you sent me made it sound like his whole speech was like,
very endearing.
Yeah,
and
like, believe in me because I believe in Germany, and like,
I serve my country, and now you must serve your country.
Listen, that
basically
shit clearly worked on a country before. It can work on people again.
I mean, nationalism works, man.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. I mean, especially in a place that's down and out. Like there's small nationalism now and throughout the United States. I mean, if we're just being honest, it just doesn't big enough to grow. Big enough to do
It's just
something.
the wrong kind of nationalism, if you ask me. But
of course.
that's going into whole different perspectives of shit.
Of course. I mean, we don't have to get into all that right now because I know we're running to the later ends of the show. But like, like certain things, like at what point do we wake up in a simulation and we realize it's all simulation? Because like I used to hate that theory. Anybody that used to have, like, to me, flat earth and simulation theory were on the same level of fucking R word. Like, it was like, this is stupid, this is dumb. Who possibly could believe that? But it's like, the president currently is giving away a $5 million gold Visa card to let immigrants in. Like, if you got $5 million, you're automatically in the country. Like, what kind of crazy nonsense money drives everything? Like, fucking buy to win society are we living in now?
Like, nothing's sacred anymore.
It's like there's no fucking rules. There's no rules to pride. Like, I mean, dude, I heard another story where it was like in 1982, World War III almost broke off because a fucking Finland scientist thought he heard nuclear subs from Russia in the sea. It took them 17 years to find out it was just herring fart bubbles. And like, I'll get the full story later because it's really crazy and funny. But like, literally for 17 years, Finland and Russia were like, yeah, you motherfuckers, I know you're out there. And they're like, no, we're not. You son of a bitch, stop saying we are. And then the whole time they're recording fart bubbles from a herring fish so deep in the water that they couldn't translate what it sounded like because they said it sounded like fucking flipping bacon.
See, that's crazy that you say Finland because there's a whole conspiracy theory that Finland was
It's
made
not even
up.
a real country.
It's not a real country. Yeah. It's a country that was made up as a treaty from the Versailles Treaty, right, between Russia and Japan, where they can continue doing their whaling, right?
Right.
In the guise of Finland. And what does Finland have? Nothing but Japanese products and stuff like that, if you really look at it. Yeah, look it up. Look it up. It's a fun little Finland's not real conspiracy theory.
There's Wendigoon did something on that.
Yep. There's also a bunch of other things. The Book of Vilas. I've been enjoying him too.
We're definitely going to, I know we've been talking off camera that we're definitely going to get to the conspiracy thery episode and all that shit.
Conspiracy theories.
We're going to get into that again. I know we've done one a while back. Check that out. But we're going to do another one more updated. But just the idea of this whole fucking like AI simulation theory, like, what the fuck is that? Like, you almost broke out into a World War III because of fart bubbles from a fish? For 17 years, you're on fucking edge with each other because of fart bubbles from a fish.
Whoa. We don't edge to farts.
No, it's feet.
Yeah.
It's a different F word.
Whatever. But, like, so between this whole gold Visa card thing that's going on where there's, like, for $5 million, basically you're an automatic citizen, which is fucking crazy. And I know they're saying, $5 million U.S. in other countries is a shit ton of money, but it's like, it's just a crazy idea. Crazy concept. I don't know what he's over there doing.
Keep going.
But it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm getting to this point where, like, I used to really think that was stupid, that the whole AI simulation theory was just, like I said, it was on the same level of flat Earth. Speaking of which, there's a dude out there who's a real hero. He's anybody that says they're a flat earther, he will fly you out to Antarctica and show you how the sun revolves around the poles, just to shut your ass up.
Have you ever seen a boat
I kind of
sail
want to do
off?
that. I just want to say that I'm a flat earther.
It's
so
just a go, right?
Do I have to pay?
No, he pays, but you have to be one of those people that, like, you devoted your life to being a flat earther, and I refuse.
That's not hard.
I mean,
Did you say North Pole or South Pole?
Whatever pole. I think it's South Pole.
I want to see the penguinos.
The penguinos.
So yeah, I'm a flat earther. Hey, I'm a flat earther.
I know y'all are playing, but it makes me hate y'all. So please,
I want to see the penguinos, but I
stop
also
playing.
think the Earth is flat.
I just want to go to Antarctica.
please stop. I don't want to punch y'all.
I want to
off
go
camera.
there. I want to go fishing.
Well, let's do the last segment.
All right. Well then, hey. Hold on. Let's just get into that first. 2 seconds. Give me 2 more minutes. So this whole AI
2 seconds jump to 2 minutes.
Exactly. AI
Give me a couple
simulation.
hours.
Give me 2 more hours of your time, ladies and gentlemen. 2 days is all I need.
If you don't
2
mind.
weeks, if you don't mind. 2 years, if you won't mind listening. 2 decades is all I need. So 2 centuries later. Anyways, so like, I don't know. Just real quick, in your opinion, is this still real life? Are we at some point in time in the Matrix? Are we what's going on? What's happening? Or is things being that weird the norm that this is just where we're at?
I'll be completely honest. Things have been way too weird in my life to think that this is not a simulation.
Right. Definitely.
There's a lot of fucking things that just don't make sense to me. But
There's a lot of times I feel like I got plot armor, and I'm like, "There's no way, unless this wasn't a simulation, that I should be dead."
Oh my god, yes.
Sorry,
same
yeah.
Here. No, same here. It definitely feels like I've got some sort of fucking plot armor.
Like I'm player one in my own game. Everybody else is just here sometimes,
Yeah, that's why I enjoy being everybody else's companion. It's just like, yeah, I had my stories. What are you doing?
What
Oh,
are
you're
you up
just
to?
starting? Okay, cool. I'm here. Let's go.
It's just scary to think about that. Like, like literally, like, okay, what if you die in this life and then you wake up in a fucking vat and it's like you're 21, and then here we go again. And it's just like, hey, did you have fun playing James, that video game? And you're like, what the fuck?
Is it literally that Rick and Morty episode?
I was thinking the same
it could
fucking
be that.
thing.
It could be that, or it could be like you don't live your life until like
He's
what
taking
if-
Roy off the grid.
Hold on. What? Okay,
not bad.
It could be that. That could be a joke. That's the joke answer. But what if the next and watch I say this thought and then we just break the fucking system. But what if the next evolution of life is you have to experience life and then you come out of a vat and then you go progress as a person who's already lived a lifetime worth of heartbreak, emotions, lessons, and whatever. Then you're allowed to start your life and your prime of your age.
There it is.
Well, God, here we go.
Hey, isn't that literally like the Giver?
Yes.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but The Giver was
I fucking hate that book.
but The
I
Giver
loved it, man.
I
But-
hate that book.
Why?
But it's yes or no. But it's yes and no because The Giver was more like one person was a chosen person to carry the secrets. It wasn't like one day you grow up and then you learn.
It's
It's
kind of
like-
it's kind of the same idea. where
Shit,
it's
no,
like
but what
you-
I'm saying is like you live your entire life, you die at like say 85 or whatever, right? Or if you're a really bad individual, you die at 15, and that's the lesson you have to learn. But then you come out your vat born because you're just like genetically modified because of a computer to produce whatever the
so
fuck.
that's assuming a society that you know it values perfection at that point,
That's what I'm saying.
and it's not one that we can really relate to. So at that point, I don't give two shits.
Well, fair enough. All
It's,
right,
it's
there
like,
you go.
hey, if we die and figure out that there's nothing there
Spencer
afterwards,
bringing it back to reality and
who
shit.
cares?
In a sense, yeah, taking us back.
What are we
out
gonna
of the
do about
simulation.
it? What are we gonna do
That's
about it?
true. I mean, at the end of the day, like I like, you know what? I feel like that's how we would, all three of us would be. We'd be like the first 30 minutes. We'd figure, it was all, and then be like, you know what can you do about it? It's just, fuck it. All right,
Well, I'm back here.
so where's the future weed at? No, whatever. Just so what do we don't do that here. Put me back in the simulation. But yeah, just trying to figure shit out or whatever.
Bring me back to monkey.
Exactly.
Devolve to monkey.
Reject society, embrace monkey.
Devolve.
Baba Booey.
Yeah, that's it. After you evolve from the vat, they let you choose to you embrace the future, or would you choose to devolve to monkey?
Embrace monkey.
Embrace monkey or embrace future, and then you get to choose. Go back to the simulation, or you actually go into the
Reject
future.
modernity. Embrace monkey.
Would you go towards the future or embrace monkey?
Embrace monkey.
Hey,
Okay.
Yeah.
As a monkey, that's appropriate. You can just jack off anywhere, and it's cute.
That's true.
But as an adult, as a man, they call you a pervert or whatever, and you get licenses.
Indeed.
All right. Anyways, let's get into the last segment. So this is
Pinche
Spencer's
hentai way.
Spencer's Music Corner. Do you have a total score rallied up for so far? I know I'm winning by a lot.
no.
All right, that's
You're
fair.
winning by 3.
At least I know I've won. It should be 2 sweeps. I should be winning by more than 3. But
I'm
nah.
going based on the rounds, not necessarily by total points. So whoever been winning the rounds,
That's why I'm saying he was winning by 3.
there ain't no
yeah.
way.
Yeah.
I'll
No,
go
he
back.
really is.
No,
I'll go
for
back
real.
on old episodes. I'll count it next time.
I'm pretty sure he's winning by 3.
Yeah, I think so too. At this point, because we've done one that hasn't aired yet as of recording now,
And, we
and
can't
I
say
won
the
that
winner.
one, and I won
Penis.
that one, and then yeah. So I think I'm up 3 points to 1 point because he won the very first one where it was just one question.
Okay. Well,
Motherfucker.
today's theme is determination.
Bump, bump, bump,
You boys
bump,
ready?
Bump,
Let's
bump.
go.
All right, let's
All
go.
right, song 1.
Shut up.
3 clues, then the final. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Song 1.
Damn.
Eye of the Tiger.
Okay.
Let's fucking go.
Nice.
I didn't even
nice.
get to do. Okay. Fuck the other
What
two.
was
then.
it? No, play the other ones just for the sake of playing them.
That
was
would have
actually
fucked me up. That
the
would have been a good first one.
Yeah, that should have been the first
I
one. The
thought
second
that was more obvious.
No, the first one, honestly, now that he says I Had the Tiger, like I was like, okay, it's either I Had the Tiger or one other song I don't want to say out loud in case it's one of the other hints. But
Here's 3.
yeah, it was one of those ones that like it honestly the first hint broke it down to either I Had the
I'm
Tiger or one
going
other
to pour a
thing.
shot for myself for that one. That was fucking good.
Well, here's
All right.
3.
Yeah.
There you
All
go.
right.
That's
yeah.
like the obvious hint.
So is 3 the obvious ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
I try to scale them up like that. Yeah. Yeah. Blade. It's a shot cam.
It looks like Weekend at Bernie's.
Bitch, where you at?
Here he is, pouring that shot. He do look like he lost his damn mind because of
I'm on
hose.
12 Vicodins smoking on Scooby-Doo dick.
Jesus Christ.
They must have amnesia. They forgot that I'm...
Damn it. Fucked it up. I was trying
That's
to do
amazing.
That. I was trying. Okay, hold on.
They
Whatever.
must have amnesia. They forgot that I'm...
There we go. I was trying to do that.
Anyways.
Okay.
All right. hit
Song two?
Song 2. Final countdown.
Wow.
No.
Okay.
Blade, guess?
No, I can't think of anything.
All right. Song 2. Or hint 2, rather.
Oh, shit. I know this.
I'll have some leeway for this one.
You have the touch. You have the power.
No, sir. James, you got to guess?
I know some of the lyrics. I just don't know the fucking song. We're on a journey into outer space. Ah, fucking shit. Play the third one.
All right.
That's not even as obvious, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I feel like it's going to be one of those ones she's going to tell us the title and we're both going to be pissed off.
Here it is. Try it. Think. Can I give you a third verbal hint?
Sure.
Fighting movie.
Rocky?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
Actually,
It's Flying High.
Sir, I was
nope.
about to say that. It's Flying High now.
yeah,
So-
yeah, you're gonna fly now.
Fly now.
Yeah, so I would accept the Rocky theme.
Nice.
That's
Rocky
what everybody
theme,
thinks
yeah.
it is. All right,
That's
it's a
awesome.
tied game. It's anybody's game. Here we
fun.
go.
I wish we had a golden Tindy again. I'm hungry.
Well,
A golden Tindy.
Oh, shit was delicious.
I prepared enough today. I don't really feel like preparing anymore.
All right, that's
There
fine.
we go.
You want to go get some dinner after this?
Yeah, we'll talk about it after I will
All right,
get
let's talk
at this
about
last point. All right, let's
You ready?
Yep. Final countdown.
He fucking hit that.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah. He hit that shit as soon as as soon as he started saying fuck, I'm like, fuck, it is final countdown.
Damn, that's impressive.
That was good shit.
I was like, let me do the really weird synthy part.
I mean, we're both really good at this.
Here.
Yeah, I would have had it by
Yeah,
then for
that
sure.
time. The
Yeah.
second
and
one
then
would've
this
been it.
one.
That was the hardest one.
Are you
Honestly.
serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that slows it down so much that it's hard to tell what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, the second one I would have had for sure.
Man,
But
I
yeah.
need to restart thinking these.
Hold on, play the first one again. Yeah, I had that bitch by then,
Yeah.
didn't I?
Yeah, you
I was
did.
right there.
You're like, oh, final countdown. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
Well, that's the one I'm keeping for this week for the,
That was good shit.
for the board.
I like that we both had our own.
That's amazing. That was two of them that James just got off the rip. Because
Yeah.
the Rocky one.
no, he got this one off the rip. Both of y'all
yeah.
got one off the rip. That's
Yep.
impressive.
Yep. Which
There's gotta
one
be
was it?
some, like,
What was
bonus
yours
points
again?
Depending on the hints.
Mine was Eye of the Tiger.
Eye of the
That's
Tiger.
right. That's right.
Well, James wins again.
Let's
Whoop,
go.
whoop,
We had
whoop,
two
whoop,
Rocky
whoop,
movie
whoop.
songs.
Well, James, I guess you get to do the
Eye of the
outro.
Tiger and Fly High.
Flying high now.
Flying high now.
Now.
Just like everybody does, because Father Time comes in and kicks you in the dick.
And on that note,
You know how it is.
just like Rocky, we too one day will have a statue. That's right, because thank you for joining us once again. Thank you for joining us once again for another episode of Deep Thoughts and Whiskey Shots. As always, been joined by my co-host, the Degenerate Extraordinaire.
Hi, look out for the gray bush. Everybody knows Father Time's against us.
And as always, from Producer Planet, making all
Baba
this shit
Booey.
happening.
Already did it.
And he fucked up the whole cue.
Baba Booey.
From the top, we're doing the whole show over again.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Just fucking with you.
Oh, sorry.
Nope, that was
I've
it.
been your host, James. Love you. Kisses. We consent. Bye. And now go.
I think that's a good way to end it.
That's
It
fair
is.
enough. There you go.
All right, bye.
Bye.